Welcome to RAG Austria AG. We are a modern energy storage operator. Our activities include gas storage, production, supply and trading. We also use gas as a fuel in the form of CNG and LNG. RAG Austria AG makes a major contribution to the security of energy supply in Austria and Europe. Protecting people and the environment is our #1 priority. In order to create the best possible conditions for safe working, everyone employed at our sites must obey certain rules. Contractor safety regulations. You will find a list of these rules in the document Contractor Safety Regulations. A summary is provided at the end of the document. By signing the summary, you confirm that you have read and understood the contents, and you undertake to abide by the regulations. The signed summary should be presented to the RAG supervisor. RAG checks familiarity with the safety regulations by means of a knowledge test. A safety sticker is awarded if a score of 60% or higher is achieved. This must be presented upon request and is valid for 1 calendar year. The external contractor's staff receive special instruction according to the equipment used. Vehicle access. When entering construction sites and RAG facilities, please keep to the signposted access routes designated by RAG. Drive with caution and be aware of local residents. Reduce your speed to walking pace when driving at RAG facilities and construction sites. The road traffic code applies. Remember to keep the main entrance to the facility or construction site free for the emergency services. Vehicles must be parked in the designated parking spaces, always facing the direction of the evacuation route. Site access. Facilities and construction sites may not be entered without corresponding training and registration. Please note that in many cases, RAG facilities and building sites have video surveillance and are patrolled by security staff at regular intervals. Before starting work. Before starting work, check whether written authorization is required for the work to be carried out and report to the RAG supervisor. Contractors authorized by RAG to carry out unaccompanied work must report to RAG dispatching by calling 050 724 7400 or the number specified by the client. You must wear appropriate safety clothing, safety boots, eye protection and a helmet when working on construction sites or in and around company facilities. The need for additional personal protective equipment must be determined before starting work, according to the hazards present and in consultation with the site manager or the company. For example, ear protection when carrying out noisy work and in designated areas, and personal protective equipment against falls when working at height. Work situations. Please note that special precautions must be taken in areas identified as potentially explosive atmospheres. These are agreed in writing with the RAG supervisor on site. Plant units at construction sites that are already in operation are identified by red and green striped barrier tape. These areas may only be accessed with the express permission of the RAG supervisor. You must obtain authorization before you start work in such areas. At production or storage facilities, you should assume that the entire plant is in operation, so you will always require a permit to work there. You must obtain written authorization and take special safety precautions when working in confined spaces, such as well cellars, shafts, containers or tanks. You should never work on your own in such cases. Use special equipment and make sure you are accompanied by a safety support person. The power supply and lighting must conform to the applicable regulations. It is not permitted to operate our electrical installations. except for light switches and distribution boards for connection to construction site power supplies. Working at height requires a safe working position, and you should use scaffolding or an elevating platform, for example. Please note that during lifting operations it is prohibited to stand under a suspended load. After completing a task, you must replace any protection devices or warning signs that were removed in order to carry out the work. Protect any cables or hoses that cross traffic routes by using suitable crossing ramps. Avoid causing damage due to sharp corners or shearing. Working environment and conduct. Avoid making unnecessary noise. Take the local surroundings into account when carrying out noisy work. For your own safety, always keep work areas clean and tidy. You are responsible for disposing of any waste after completing your work. Oil-contaminated waste and residues must be placed in oil-tight containers and disposed of in accordance with the regulations. If materials escape into the environment, appropriate measures must be taken without delay. The RUC supervisor must be informed immediately. Alcohol and drugs are strictly forbidden at all facilities and construction sites. Taking medication that may impair your ability to work is also prohibited. Smoking is only permitted in designated areas. Photography and filming are only allowed with the permission of the RUC supervisor or site manager. Report any noticeable issue, such as a smell of gas or fire or noises, to the RUC supervisor or call dispatching on the emergency number 00800 8481 0000. Safety alerts. If an alarm sounds, stay calm, stop work, and switch off all machinery and equipment. Make sure that all traffic routes are free from obstructions and take the shortest available escape route to an assembly point. Follow the directions of the RUC supervisor and/or emergency services. You may only resume work if you have been cleared to do so by the RUC supervisor. Emergencies, incidents. In case of emergency, provide first aid and contact the relevant emergency service. Ambulance 144, Fire Service 122, as well as RUC dispatching on the emergency number 00800 8481 0000. When making emergency calls, remember 4 key questions. Where has the incident taken place? What has happened? How many people are injured? Who is calling? After providing this information, wait to answer any other questions the emergency services may have. They will end the call. Reporting incidents. Every incident or near accident, whether affecting people or the environment, must be reported to the RUC supervisor without delay. Important information. The safety regulations form an integral part of contracts between RUC and external contractors. Any violation of these regulations constitutes breach of contract, with all the consequences that this implies, and will result in the suspension of work or ejection from the construction site or facility until compliance has been restored. Thank you for watching. Have a safe, healthy day.